What's up, manifestation queens? And there's a few kings out there as well, but it's mostly you queens. Anyway, I held my first manifestation community event and it was epic. And I got a ton of questions from those manifestation queens that I'm going to go through with you today. Hey, how do you manifest more confidence so you feel you deserve all of your dreams? Well, first of all, you have to figure out why you think you don't deserve your dreams. That might just be a block and a limiting belief. Like we all deserve our dreams. We are all worthy. Maybe somebody said something to you in school, a teacher or something. I remember, and it's amazing how something can impact you. When I moved from California back to Ireland, I was like in second or third class, and we were doing geography, and I had to read a place in County Cork, which I think is called Youghal, but I think it's spelt like Youghall or something like that, right? I'm probably. Anyway, I said U-Haul, and the whole class erupted. And I was so embarrassed. And I know it sounds like a bit minor, but I was really embarrassed, such that afterwards, I didn't like reading out loud in case I made a mistake because people laughed at me. And it's really funny what sticks in our head. It's amazing. And I'll give you another example. We were in Lanzarote in October and we were at a particular resort. I was there with my friends and my two older kids, and my son loves football. He's football mad. He's 6. And he's really sallow because his dad is half Armenian. And he was in the football camp, and after the first day, he told me he's not going back. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is like you love football. He was like, nope, not go back. And I was just like, what's going on here? And I didn't want to push him. Oh, I don't even know what you're supposed to do when you're parenting. Do you push them, make them do it, make them do hard things? I don't know. But anyway, he did not want to do it. And I was like, oh, look, I'm not going to have this fight with him. We're on vacation. I wanted him to enjoy his time here. And yesterday, he was sitting at the kitchen table. So this is now 2 months later, a 6-year-old. And he said, you know, when I was in football camp on holidays, this boy said to me he didn't like the color of my skin, which was probably a younger boy that was around his age. And I was like, now I get it. Now I get it. Someone said something to you. You might not remember what somebody said to you, but there could be something. You just don't know. Teachers saying that you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything. Parents saying that to you. You know what happened to me recently? I think this is terrible, but it's the truth and it happened. And I'm like all about transparency here. So there was podcast awards, and I was like, I really want to win first. You know, I want to win best new podcast, blah, 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 blah. And then the podcast awards stopped. They were like, okay, we're not doing podcast awards in Ireland. So I forgot about it. And then they came back and I was like, oh, cool. They are doing them now. But I didn't really care so much anymore about winning a podcast award. But then what happened was I got shortlisted. For the podcast, and I thought, oh, I'm shortlisted. I'm going to win this. Like, maybe I'll win this. But I didn't have a huge belief, but I was like, maybe. But it didn't matter either if I did or I didn't, because I love podcasting. So anyway, turns out they had the awards like at the end of December. I wouldn't have been able to make it because of all the kids and all that stuff. And I was runner-up, so second. And I found out this like in the new year. And sorry, I'm sniffling. I'm a little bit sick, or I seem to be coming down with something. And I got runner-up. And I remember thinking, like, all right, whatever. And I, like, which is just ridiculous. And I said to my husband, oh, by the way, I got runner-up in the podcast awards. And he looked at me and was like, wow, well done. That's amazing. And I just responded, well, it's not first. And I immediately caught myself and I was like, oh my God, I know a lot of people do this inner child work. Oh, it's probably something that I need to do because I'm so reluctant to do it. But I believe I don't think about it as me as a child. I think about it as my kids. And I would never say something like that to them. Ever, ever, ever. I would say I was so proud of them. How amazing was that? Getting second place. But when I was a kid, my dad had really high standards, which I can kind of understand now. I get it. But like, let's say if I got 95% on something, he would say, oh, where's the other 5%? Like it needed to be the top. So I was always told it needed to be the top. And it's kind of funny because he never put like lots of pressure on me to study or anything like that because I was studious myself. So remember that, like that. So that's something that I said. I immediately caught myself and I was like, I know where that came from. I know that I felt like unless I got the top, it wasn't good enough. Because that's the way it kind of came through in my life as a kid. And then it came through like this, like like this is the shit kids do. And this is the shit you do as a kid, right? We used to make home videos when I lived in LA for my aunts and uncles and Nana and Granda back in Ireland. And there are these videos of me and my sister. I was always so jealous of her because she was a year older and she was really good at swimming and sports. And we were in swimming. And there are these videos of us and we're talking about where we placed in swimming, the swimming competition. Like my sister was so good. She made the LA Olympic trials when she was 12. She was that good. I wasn't that good. But my sister would be like, I got second in the backstroke, but I got first in freestyle. And then I came fourth. Like she'd be telling what happened. And I was like, I got first in freestyle. I got first in this. And she looks at me. There's a video of it. She's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yeah, I did. Like I was blatantly lying about my achievements. So like, and that stems back to like, if you're not at the top, you are not good enough. So think about what might be coming up in your background. But I also think once you become aware of it, that's actually really good. So manifesting more confidence. Another thing that I would say about manifesting more confidence is this. One of the reasons why I love manifestation is because it's all you. It's all me and I trust myself. And if I tell myself I'm going to do something, well, you better watch out because I'm going to do it. Like if I say I'm going to get up 3 days a week and exercise, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to hit snooze. So if you tell yourself you are going to do something, whether it's get up and exercise or start writing 2 pages a day of a book or start posting on social media for your business, then do it. Because if you don't do it, you break the trust in yourself. And when you break the trust in yourself, you lose confidence to do the bigger things. So if you can't do the little things, you're not going to be able to do the bigger things. If you tell yourself you're going to get up and run for 20 minutes and you don't do it and you hit snooze, but you signed yourself up to the 5K, you're not going to do the 5K. Like that is not going to happen. So building confidence in yourself also starts with yourself. So tell yourself, taking back control of your life, the first step is making a decision to take back control of your life. And when you make that decision, you do it. And that's it. Don't be a flake to yourself. I always say that. Don't break commit. We all know that flaky friend. We all have one. That one that you say, oh, we're going to go on a night out, or we're going to go for a coffee, or we're going to go to the, we know they say yes. And what happens? They always cancel. Like we already know they're going to cancel. We're like, yeah, okay. I'll wait for them to cancel. Don't be that flaky friend to yourself. Just don't do it. So confidence starts with you. And also, I'm hearing this a lot. I'm hearing people talk about what other people think. Nobody gives a shit what you're doing. Nobody gives a shit if you're manifesting your dream life. A girl told me recently that when she's out running, she's like, oh, people are looking at her. She's trying to lose weight. I'm like, they're not saying that. You have this loop in your head. Nobody cares if you're running your 5K. In fact, a lot of people are probably like, high vibes to you. And if they are saying shit like that, well, they probably don't matter in your life anyway. So if you start getting this loop in your head of, oh, people are saying this, people are saying that, your tip is to remember, people don't give a shit what you're doing. They don't give a shit. They're not thinking about you. And secondly, what I would say is name your brain. So I call my name Patricia. And once she goes on a loop, you can't do that. Oh my God, that person has way more followers. Nobody's going to show up to your talk because she's on at the same time. I say, Patricia, shut the fuck up, right? Just shut up. I'm fine. Or if I start saying to myself, God, I'm so unfit. It's like, yeah, you're not as fit as you were in your 20s. You're 41. You're doing your best. Patricia, take a hike, right? So confidence starts with you making commitments to yourself. And also, let go of what other people think of you, because it doesn't matter. If you're not manifesting in 2025, then what are you doing? And for the love of the universe, will you take down your vision board? We know from neuroscience that you gotta write it to invite it. And that is why I created the Pause Penny Manifestation Box. 7 simple steps. Writing it down, visualization, and taking action, because we know action is key. And why should you listen to me? Well, you should listen to me because I've manifested it all. My soulmate, twins, dream job, dream houses, abundance. And I know that this is the right way. So you gotta write it to invite it. Pick up our bestseller manifestation box on pausepenny.com. Yeah, it was a good one. Okay, I'm finding it easier to manifest material things. Any tips on how to manifest the things that money can't buy? Okay, so I don't have any context for this. Money that things can't buy is like maybe like joy, love, affection, confidence. But let's say like it's you want to meet a soulmate or have a baby, like money can't buy those things. I mean, listen, there's always an avenue, right, to that. But I always found it easier to manifest material things, the bags, the clothes, the shoes, or whatever, because I had a really abundant mindset, and I also had a very action-orientated mindset. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to make it to the top. I'm going to take action, 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 and I am going to get there, right? And the farther I go, the more money I'm going to make. And that's exactly what happened. But that is literally hustling to get to the top, taking action, go, go, go. It's very easy to manifest the material things because there's so many actions that you can take of increasing your job. Like if you're in a job where you can get promoted and make more money, because it's all something that's in your control. That's totally and utterly in your control. You work hard, you get paid more, you buy more shit, material things. But we know from neuroscience that all people want really is connection. They want connection with other people. They want love. They want joy. And maybe it's harder to meet the soulmate or have any joy in your life because all you're doing is working. And that is what happened to me when I was trying to manifest my soulmate. Yeah, I had money, but I had no time to spend it. I was burnt out. I was exhausted. I ended up having a heart operation for palpitations and all that sort of stuff. So, and I remember saying to myself when I was working in a law firm, like, I'm never going to meet anybody if I work all these hours. So it might be something, I don't have context, so I'm just kind of making this up, that maybe this person has everything they want, but they don't have the love or something like that. Maybe all your focus is on one thing. Maybe there is no space for somebody in your life. When I was working in a law firm, I realized, hold on a second, I'm working every single hour. I don't even have time to meet somebody. For 2 years, my best friend was like, you got to meet this guy. He's perfect for you. You got to meet this guy, Vahan. He's perfect for you. He's perfect for you. I'm like, yeah. I'm busy. I'm working. Oh, I have to work. He's having, like, we're all going out tonight. You have to come out Thursday night. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I can't go in tired to work tomorrow. I'm not going to be finished till could be 1 or 2 in the morning. I did not have space because my soul focus was on work. And then what happened? I was like, that's it. I can't keep doing this. And one weekend I went out and I went to a bar. I was like, I'm going out this weekend. I don't think I had been out in months. I think I'm in my late 20s. I should be out all the time. And I went into a bar, saw a guy I worked with. He was standing next to another guy, started talking to the guy that I worked with. And then he introduced me to his friend, or his friend introduced himself as Vinny. And I introduced myself as Yvonne. And then I looked closer at him and I was like, is your name Vahan? The guy my friend was talking about for 2 years. He called himself Vinny because Vahan is a loud bar and it's easier than Vahan. Everybody gets the name wrong. That was him. And that was it. But I didn't have space for him at the time. So you have to make space for other things. And listen, I like nice bags and nice clothes and to get my hair done and have massages and all that sort of stuff. But really, what's really important is the soulmate, the partner, for me personally. Now, I don't know the context again of this question. So it may not actually be like that. Now that I'm closer to my goal, I'm starting to see things happen and I'm getting scared effectively is this question. This happens all the time. All the time. I get this from people all the time. I had somebody on my last manifestation challenge who's like, I'm manifesting having my own place with my clothes, my own shop, all this stuff. And then it happened. She's like, it's happening too fast. Oh my God, I'm scared because now I have to enter into a lease. And the lease is 5 years long and I'm going to have to pay rent. And what if people don't show up? And what if people don't buy? And what if it all works out? This is what you are manifesting. And now you are going to sabotage it because you're getting into the loop of the what if. If you manifested that you got X, Y, or Z, well, then you can continue on manifesting, right? Remember that. You are manifesting, say, your dream house. And then you get the mortgage and you're like, holy shit, oh God. What if I lose my job? What if I can't pay this mortgage? What if it's too much? Now, we all have to be realistic. You're going to get a mortgage for what you can afford. That's the way it should work these days anyway, right? Of what, your salaries. What if I lose my job though? That's the loop that's going to go in your mind. Well, what if you continue paying rent for the rest of your life? Like, when you get what you want, there might be a point where you start to say, oh shit, it's happened. And now I'm scared. And that's okay. But remember, you're manifesting it for a reason. Follow through if it's what you want and don't sabotage yourself. And I really, really, really believe that if you're getting these whispers or these signs, or people are telling you, God, you're amazing at this or that, or you should really write a book, or have you ever thought of doing a podcast, or this vision in your head of writing the book, starting the podcast, doing art, becoming an actress, starting a business, opening a coffee shop. It doesn't matter what it is. If you keep getting this repeated thought in your head, there is a reason for it. It is your sign to follow your soul's purpose. Follow it. Listen to it. Listen to those little whispers because they are putting you on the path to your purpose. And I always feel like if you follow your purpose, you will be successful because you will have so much joy. You'll be so passionate about it. Now, I'm not saying that you have to give up your job. I'm still a lawyer. But I get so much joy from telling people how to manifest, creating the free manifestation tools, doing the community events. That brings me joy. So don't push down your dreams and don't self-sabotage because we can do that easily. And finally, I just want to say that I am so grateful for this manifestation queen and a few kings community. And we've got a 2025. This is my little prayer to the universe that I say every day. Oh, another thing as well. So I'll say this prayer. 2025 is going to be epic because everything always works out for me and the best is yet to come because I am the luckiest manifester ever. I say that prayer every single morning. High vibes. Happy manifesting to you guys. Until next time. Whoop, whoop.